What's up, guys, gals, Book Nook pals? Just Pluck the Bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we're taking a look at Fifi Joy's Theater Dressing Room. They're one of their newer kits. I'm always blown away by the production quality of a Fifi Joy kit. They always have these awesome photo shoots for their products with these really cool settings, and I kind of like how it looks like it's on a vanity behind the stage at an actual theater. A lot of cool graphics on the back as well. Their individualized font on the side, and then the tagline where every show begins. So, as they say on the box, let's step behind the curtain with Fifi Joy's Theater Dressing Room. Alright, guys, and we are back taking a look at the Theater Dressing Room by Fifi Joy. Always love to see this on the top. Anytime you see foam or bubble wrap on top, you can see it helps to protect the stuff that's underneath. And right off the bat, we got a Thor's hammer. I wish they had theirs branded like the Mini City ones, but that's okay. We'll put that in the armory over there. And then we're going to dig right into it. So we got two boxes right here, or two bags rather, we're going to start with. Alright, I'm gonna go electronics package first today. I'm feeling spicy, guys, and I think we're gonna go electronics first. And I like that I'm seeing it is pre-wired with a switch and a USB. Interesting, guys. Interesting. So let's plug this in. Alright. We get our power button and our lights come right on. It does look like we have different color modes, so we can go just strips, just LEDs, everything. Strips, LEDs, everything. And what's really cool is the ability to take this brightness up and down, so you can really set the ambiance that you want, and then the power button like that. That's really cool. Again, it does take the ability to hardwire this in to automatically turn on with a voice command, but if you're not like me and obsessively want every one of your Book Nooks to turn on with one command, this is a really cool thing. And in fact, I might not even obsess over how to customize this, because I like the fact that it has the different lighting modes, but I really like the fact that you can control the brightness. I've yet to see that in a Book Nook kit before. So let's get into some of the other goodies here. Another tool that I've been seeing in Fifi Joy kits lately is an actual plastic ruler. A lot of times when you have to cut things, so I see like lace and ribbon in here that you'll have to cut, they included like a one-to-one ruler printed in the instruction manual, but I like that they have a ruler, like an actual physical ruler. I find it's easier to maneuver. I also like the fact that it's plastic and it can be cleaned and wiped, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to keep that out to use. So we have some felt here based on the shape of this. I'm going to guess this is like cushioning for like a Shea Lounge or something like that. But like I said, we have some lace. These are the plastic stickers we use for wire management. I'll throw that out because they're useless. We have a little piece of ribbon. We have this string of pearls. We have some thin chain in here, which I don't want to take out because I normally do these. We have a bag of jewels. Alright, so all kinds of beads and stuff in here. Different color beads, different rings. That's pretty cool. We got a pair of scissors, which you would not think, based on the way they look, are decent scissors, but I'll be honest with you, they cut really well. And they give you a clean edge. So, you know, worth keeping. We have our little emery board that is worth absolutely nothing. So we're going to accept as a sacrifice to the Book Nook gods. We got the standard pink tweezers. And we got this little cubic zirconia, or not even, probably plastic gemmed bracelet thing. Alright. So I don't know why I expected a lot more miniatures. Just based on, you know, how it looks like this kit is so jam-packed, but, you know, sometimes I'm wrong. Alright, let's dig down to the bottom. We have our dust cover. We have some mirror pieces. Unfortunately, with the mirror pieces, the little burn marks you usually get on the wood are kind of pronounced. Hopefully they hide these well with frames. Woo, sorry guys. Make sure when you're trimming these, when you're popping these out, you use your safety knife to cut like the connection points. Like you can see right there, there's a connection point. That way you don't snap it when it's coming out. We have our decal sheet here. Feels, oh, it's not, okay. So these are not decals. These, it's actually paper craft. So again, make sure we're scoring these so they pop out. And if you don't have a Xyron, pick up a Xyron sticker maker. Is essential for stuff like this. You can usually find them on sale for as low as $9.99, even at $16.99, which is the regular price. Hell, even at $20, it is a bargain. It is something you really should add to your repertoire. I will try and remember to put a link to that in the description. If I forget, please remind me. Some more plastic pieces to cut out. Again, very thin pieces here, very easy to break. Make sure when you push them in, you're putting pressure on the base, not on these top little arms, and that you're scoring the connection points. Here's our decal sheet. I think it's a decal sheet. Yes, this time it is a decal sheet. A little on the thinner side, was not necessarily bad. It's just I wonder how good the adhesive is going to be. But I do like how they're going for like definitely feels like they're going for realism with this. So let's take a look at our instruction manual. I like how they have different styles for the front and back. I noticed that when I was doing the Gothic abandoned church as well. So pretty standard for the FiFi Joy kits. We have computer renderings for all the pieces. Really nice cut inserts for when they want to blow up a section that you should focus on, so you can get attention to detail. I like it. QB does this a lot, where they will highlight the spots where a piece is going in. Again, lots of inserts showing you the orders of steps. Table of contents. Well, not table of contents, like the ingredient list, everything you should have. I always like how they show all the different runners, so you really can start off with knowing what you need. And then again, you know, really detailed instructions, because there's, I mean, you could tell this thing's like loaded with little accessories and stuff. So let's get into set accessories, or rather, let's take a look at the pieces. So as always, we're going to make sure we cut diagonally on the side to make sure that we don't slip the blade accidentally in between two runners, right? If you're going to make a mistake, it should be a part of the build that makes it your own, not out of a lack of care when you're opening it up. One thing FiFi Joy does exceptionally well, and I would say is probably their standout feature, in addition to the fact that their subject matter is very unique, from Atlantis to ancient Egypt to doctor's offices to a 1950s diner, to now like a theater dressing room and an Irish pub. They have very eclectic styles, or rather subject matter, but what they really do incredibly well is the texture of the graphics on their pieces. They're always very full of life and depth, and I'm always super appreciative of that. I mean, you can see that right off the bat on the first page. Just it's not even a uniform print. There is modeling in the wallpaper to kind of give it a worn look. And one thing that's also really cool to see here is again, if you notice these engraving lines, there are going to be frames that you pop out of other pieces to glue on here. These are the index marks that help you line up where pieces should go. Like you could see right here is going to be a dress, and you can see other pieces on the walls, and that helps you just line everything up in an accurate manner. Here's going to be our other side. So a lot of small pieces in this one. Okay, here's our cat. Got to find the cat in every book nook. There's the Shea lounge that I knew was going to be there because that felt. This is an edge painting kit, guys. Okay, so at least in my opinion. Of course, no customization is required. You should build your book nook in whatever manner brings you the most enjoyment, because that's the only thing. I don't care what anybody says. The only thing that matters when you're building a book nook is that you're enjoying yourself and that you're happy with the finished product. Even if you're not, and the second one is less important than the first one, because it's the journey, not the destination. And if you're not happy with it, it might spur you to try something new or do something different, or maybe experiment on the thing you just built because you're not happy with the end product. But if you're not enjoying it, you shouldn't be doing it that way. So if you feel like you don't want to sand each nub, if you want to color the edges with the, if you don't want to match the right red marker for the flowers, or use the right green marker for the umbrella, right, then you shouldn't do it. But because of how many things are going to be here, right, of all these tiny objects, if you, in my opinion, if you have the brown around the edges and you don't, excuse me, and you don't color those edges, to me personally, I think it's just going to be a lot of brown, and it's gonna look busy, but in not the way we're intending. And you can see that they double side print where it's needed, except this cat. Why would this cat look like a cat on both sides? That's some demon cat shit. All right, we got some costume stuff here, some Shakespearean. It looks like this is, well, that's Shakespearean. That looks like more like. Is it Dutch? Is it? I almost see Dutch, and I almost see like Mongolian almost. I don't know, because we have like Egyptian here, and we have again European, different styles, different eras. So, what play are they putting on, or is this a like a storage space with multiple costumes? But I mean, look at the vibrant double side printing on both sides, which is really cool. So more dresses, little starburst thing here. Oop. Anytime you have a big piece like that, you're gonna see it pop out. It's just the way it goes. All right, again, there's that Shea lounge. Another dress. That's that dress that's gonna go on the wall. That piece I showed you. I'm not sure. Oh, these are wall sconces, lamps. Clock, what time is it? All right, it is 10:12, and it is 10:38 in real life, so we're not too far away. We have a suitcase with quite a bit of travel stickers. This person does not know how to rest. Again, like you can see, they don't just make a brick pattern. They make a brick pattern with the bricks are all different colors, and they got little texture marks in the bricks. The grain on the wood, right, is like, it's not a non-repeating pattern, well, except for here it's mirrored, but it doesn't repeat up and down. The wallpaper fades to black. Some men's costumes. It does look like we have like almost like a Polaroid camera here, so I guess this is a modern theater. We got some, sorry guys, we get W on tonight. We got some trophies and stuff here. I guess this is an award-winning actor or actress, but I mean, look at all these little objects. This is gonna take some time doing edge painting, so if you are not an edge painter, you may not want this kit. But if you want a kit that just has everything and a ton of these tiny little elements, so some people, there are different style kits. There are people who just like the very simple architectural kits that are plain, and then they either like to customize it by adding their own stuff in or just leave the way it is. There are people who like the middle range stuff, where there's a mix of objects that you place, and just environmental stuff. There are people who like the 3D book nooks, where everything is made out of a bead and a piece of tape and a piece of wire and a piece of grass and a piece of yarn, twisted up to look like a barrel. And then there are people who like kits that just have a ton of elements in there. And this is a 2D kit with a ton of elements in there. Some 3D stuff too, for sure, but the focus is on the 2D objects. So if you want to get into edge painting in a real way, if you bought yourself an expensive set of acrylic markers, and you want to justify having them, this is a great kit to do that. I am hopefully going to be doing a video with some acrylic markers soon. We have a partnership in the works with one of the bigger art companies out there to do some stuff with their markers. We're just waiting for them to have it in stock, so I'm not showing you a product that you can't get. So, FiFi Joy's Theater Dressing Room. It is a kit that is full. I mean, just look at this. This is jammed packed. All right? You get a curtain rack with curtains. You get a clothing rack full of clothes. You got 2 vanities. This is a lot. And it's awesome. It looks really cool. It's not, despite it not being my genre, my oeuvre, my subject matter, it is compelling because it's just so chock-a-block full of stuff you don't see. So until then, as the curtain falls, Theater Dressing Room by FiFi Joy. And scene.